Hello, and welcome to the RICS Social Impact Awards 2020. Now, given these challenging times, and I am recording this from my home office, it's more important than ever that we take time to recognise the outstanding contribution going on across the profession. And we have therefore produced this video to showcase our winning schemes. And I do hope that whether you are shortlisted or winners, you find a way to celebrate your achievements. Too often, our contribution to society has gone unnoticed or unrecognised. So with that in mind, our newly developed Social Impact Awards programme was launched, and it's designed to celebrate the positive impact that the surveying profession has on the built environment, people's lives, and across the whole of society. Everything we do at RICS is designed to affect positive change in the built and natural environments. Through our qualifications, respected global standards, lifelong professional learning and development support, through to our trusted data and insight, we promote and enforce the highest professional standards. Now, following the launch of the Social Impact Awards, we received over 460 project entries from every corner of the country, from large-scale projects to local community-led initiatives with social or environmental impact at their core. Projects in all categories were judged based on their contribution to making a positive impact and adding value to society. Criteria covered human, social and environmental impact, as well as collaboration and innovation. Deciding the winning projects from this list was not an easy task, and I would like to take the opportunity to thank our judging panels who worked tirelessly to select the winners from across all 12 regions. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors of our awards for their commitment and enthusiasm for the RICS Social Impact Awards during difficult and uncertain times. And in particular, I'd like to thank Sika, the headline sponsor of the awards. And with that in mind, I'm delighted to introduce a short video which demonstrates the excellent social impact initiatives undertaken by Sika and the positive impacts that this work is having. Thank you for your support and participation, and I hope to see you in person next year.
to take us through this award ceremony, please welcome your hosts, Phil Spencer, FRICS, Location, and Emma Jesson, ITV weather presenter and climate change reporter.
Hello and welcome to the inaugural Social Impact Awards. We're here to celebrate the winning projects from across Yorkshire and Humber, which, as you've already heard, have demonstrated excellence in their impact on the environment and society. Firstly, I'd like to thank all the entrants. This year's shortlist features some of the finest talent in the built environment, and the awards recognise the significant value these projects have brought to the communities around them. Of course, there wouldn't be an awards without the sterling efforts of the Yorkshire and Humber judging panel, who've had the incredibly difficult job of selecting the winners, and we'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for your time and commitment. Thanks should also go to the tireless work carried out by RICS staff. Teams include engagement, communications, conferences and PR. Well done, and I hope you enjoy watching this presentation. Winners of the Social Impact Awards 2020 Yorkshire and Humber will go on to compete at the National Grand Final in London on Thursday the 24th of September. You can find more information about the Grand Final and all regional ceremonial videos on the RICS website. Now, in these challenging times, we're all learning to adapt and embrace new digital ways of working. And I have to admit, this is the first time I've compared an online awards ceremony. And the same goes for my co-host, Phil Spencer. We're observing the correct social distancing, me filming in Manchester, Phil in his home in London. So why not join us in celebrating your achievements and today's winners across social media using the hashtag RICS Social Impact Awards. We can't wait to see your pictures and messages. But for now, I hand over to Phil.
Thank you for the introduction, Emma. Before we enter the celebrations and recognise today's winners, I wanted just to take a minute to say how proud I am of how the whole industry is pulling together in this most difficult time. As a member of RICS myself, I've seen great examples of both large and small businesses supporting each other and their local communities, whilst of course also having to adapt and make tough decisions to remain resilient in such a rapidly changing situation. RICS continues to actively engage with government to ensure the profession is supported, and you can find more information on our work with government at the RICS COVID-19 Hub at rics.org. You'll also find professional guidance and advice covering key concerns and risks that we've identified. There are resources related to finances and well-being, along with specific information and support for SME members. Now, more than ever, we must take care of both ourselves and one another. So if you're struggling, please contact Lionheart, who provide a range of services from financial support, health and well-being packages, free professional counselling, legal advice, and indeed help if you or one of your loved ones becomes seriously ill. Lionheart's support extends to both past and present RICS members, their partners and dependents.
And now, let's take a look at the shortlisted entrants for Yorkshire and Humber.
What a fantastic array of shortlisted projects. So here we go, making RICS history, the very first digital awards. And Phil and I are absolutely delighted to have been asked to be a part of this, so good luck to you all. Our first category then is commercial. This award is for any commercial property development or initiative, whether retail, office, industrial or mixed use. This category is sponsored by Knights plc, and the winner is Middleton Lodge Estate, Fig House, Richmond. Part of the historic wider estate built in the 1700s, Middleton Lodge is now an attractive hotel, destination, wedding venue in the Yorkshire Dales. The addition of Fig House, constructed using materials sourced entirely from the estate, has enabled the business to more than triple the number of weddings the venue can accommodate per year, as well as forming a hub for the local community to hold events and celebrations. Overall, this represents a commendable commercial venture which has truly transformed an existing business operation. Big congratulations.
Now for one of the newly introduced categories, education. This category covers primary, secondary, tertiary or adult education facilities from schools to colleges and universities. And the winner of the education category is Engineering Heartspace Sheffield. Engineering Heartspace blended the old with the new by linking two 19th century buildings with a dynamic and innovative glazed roof. The result was an engineering masterpiece that's attracting students from around the world and a workspace that is driving collaboration. The project team also overcame adversity when key supply chain partners went into liquidation and they travelled Europe to literally pick up the pieces. Social value was also at the heart of the scheme, where both consultants and supply chain were from the local area. A huge achievement, well done to all involved.
Now on to the third award, a newly renamed category that represents the magnificence of our historical buildings. This category is for the conservation, renovation or restoration of a single building or a group of buildings or structures. The award for the Heritage category 2020 goes to Grantley Hall Hotel and Wellness Retreat, Ripon. Grantley Hall oozes historic character and quality. After decades of inappropriate uses and vacancy, the multi-phase Grade 2 listed mansion dating back to the 17th century has been lovingly transformed into a 5-star hotel and wellness retreat. The painstaking restoration programme included extensions and new buildings designed to enhance the character and the use of the site. The Japanese garden is a jewel in the crown and was designated a Grade 2 registered park and garden during the course of the project. A very worthy winner. Many congratulations.
Infrastructure is a huge part of our everyday life. This category covers a single project or programme of infrastructure works. For the purpose of this award, infrastructure means any project or programme that delivers essential facilities in connection with transport systems, road, rail, docks and airports, emergency services, supply projects for power generation, water or sewage treatment, sea defences and information technology networks. It's great to see such a worthy winner because the award for infrastructure goes to Anlaby and East Ella Flood Alleviation Scheme, East Riding. The Anlaby and East Ella Flood Alleviation Scheme is an outstanding example of a project devised to address the devastating human and social impacts of flooding. The project covers a 1.5 kilometre, 1.8 metre diameter tunnel, a 120,000 cubic metre lagoon and the infrastructure between, all of which is designed upon the principle of gravity flow, which simply allows it to work without the risk of operative intervention and hugely reducing its carbon footprint. It was clear to the judges that the wide-ranging collaboration by East Yorkshire Council, Hull City Council, the Environment Agency, Yorkshire Water and numerous other public agencies and stakeholders through the planning, modelling and construction phases has led to an exceptionally executed project. Wonderful, wonderful work. Congratulations to all.
Now Now, don't forget to keep tweeting and sharing. Let's now take a look at another new category, land and rural. This category covers improvements to the built or natural environment in urban, rural or coastal areas. And the award for this year goes to Humberstone Bank Farm and Beyond Nature, Harrogate. The upland hub at Humberstone is an extraordinary example of how a number of partners can collaborate to make the management of land truly beneficial to wider society. Innovative procurement has enabled exemplary engagement with schools and volunteer groups to provide learning opportunities that explain and demonstrate how crucial effective rural land management is to wider issues of food production, climate change and economy and health, whilst producing key data that will provide useful evidence that this level of land management works in real terms. Great use of space. Very well done.
Emma, this is a category I take a keen interest in, leisure, always popular with the entrants. This category is for a leisure or tourism project, including hotels, tourist attractions, venues and community centres and sporting facilities. And the Leisure Award for the Yorkshire and Humber region this year goes to Royston Park Pavilion in Barnsley. Due to recent neglect and vandalism of the pavilion, the local council and community decided to embark on a sympathetic refurbishment to put this important asset back into reuse. The level of community engagement during the refurbishment was exceptional and included work experience opportunities and mentoring programs for young residents. These are just some of the points that made this scheme stand out from the others, and we hope it continues to benefit community going forward. A great project, I'm sure you'll all agree. Many congratulations.
Thanks, Phil. Now, this is a category that's right up your street. Let's move along to residential. This category covers residential developments of either a single building or overall project, new build or conversion. And the winner of the residential category 2020 is Regent Lodge Leeds. Regent Lodge provides tailored support for issues around alcohol and substance dependency to the homeless population, allowing step changes in an independent setting for residents. The building refreshes and enhances the street scene whilst acknowledging its context within the immediate area. The project has been part funded by the use of capital receipts from the local authority's right to buy disposals, facilitating a measurable return on investment to the wider community. A fantastic development. Very well done.
Staying with the theme of accommodation, another very important sector focuses on the future generation. We've introduced a new category this year, student accommodation. This category is looking for projects that enhance the student experience and are designed to support well-being. The winner of the Student Accommodation Award is University Quarter Hull. University Quarter has been more than physical student accommodation, with the company heavily focusing on and investing in mental health support and well-being of its tenants and the wider community. The social impact is demonstrable, with the installation of a community kiosk, which offers healthy food and drinks, as well as acting as a mental health support hub. Various and wide-ranging events to bring people together, including the wider community. And NHS Talks Suicide trained staff, which supports dealing with a serious issue faced nationally. Great work to everybody involved. Congratulations.
Congratulations then to all category winners and the teams and surveying professionals working tirelessly to deliver these first-class schemes. From small projects to large-scale developments, all of these have positively impacted communities and the built environment across the UK.
So before we announce the big one, Project of the Year, I'd like to turn our attentions to the other equally as important RICS awards. These being Young Surveyor of the Year. Recognising, encouraging and embracing the very brightest of the next generation of chartered surveyors is vitally important for the future of the built environment. So as call to entries will be opening from the 15th of June, here is a 2-minute video to explain a bit more about this and why you should consider nominating a young talent.
Welcome to the RICS Matrix Young Surveyor of the Year Awards. These awards recognise and celebrate the brightest talent in the profession.
So I hope that's got you thinking about your nominations, and hopefully I've built the anticipation enough. Emma, over to you.
Thanks, Phil. So this is it. Over 460 entries, 12 regions, 8 category winners for Yorkshire and Humber. It's now time to announce the Project of the Year 2020. This is awarded to one of the category winners that judges deemed to demonstrate outstanding excellence. And I am delighted to announce that the Project of the Year for the RICS Social Impact Awards 2020 for Yorkshire and Humber goes to Anlaby and East Ella Flood Alleviation Scheme, East Riding. The Anlaby and East Ella Flood Alleviation Scheme reduces pluvial flood risk to around 4,000 properties to areas of Hull and Holton Price, many of which were affected by the floods of 2007. The scheme comprises a 1.5 kilometre by 1.8 metre diameter tunnel, a new 120,000 metre cube storage lagoon, and interaction with existing watercourses and reservoir. Significant public engagement and support from other statutory bodies were utilised at all stages of this project, generating tremendous support and an environmentally sensitive construction process and robust scheme. Many congratulations.
All category projects will now join other regional winners at the grand final in London. I do hope, despite the current situation, that you all find ways to celebrate your achievements. Again, a big, massive thank you to our headline sponsors, Seeker, our judging panels, and all entrants for helping to make our first RICS Social Impact Digital Awards such a success and demonstrating the great work that is going on across the UK. For those of you planning to join the grand final, the early bird ticket price will be available until the end of July. Further details are available on the RICS website. In the meantime, we stand together, even while kept apart. And RICS fully support their members at this difficult time in all our lives. So, on behalf of Emma and myself, we thank you for having us. Stay safe and stay well.